I'm not going to apologize for anything that we posted because, again, it's turned into a meme page that sometimes sells coffee. Get the over it, take a joke, go on with your life.
This Tennessee-based coffee company called Frontier Coffee Company is going through it now because, as you see the owner here pointing out as he's explaining himself, it's an internet meme that we put up all the time, and we sometimes talk about coffee. Well, apparently there's conflict happening. He's going to explain how the whole thing started.
So basically, Frontier Coffee Company is a family-owned, veteran-owned, and operated small business. Our social media pages have slowly transformed to basically being a conservative meme page that sometimes posts some coffee stuff on it. But most of the stuff that we post is all in good fun and jest, mocking either current events, politics, or lifestyle choices that, I don't know, sometimes maybe just deserve mocking. But anyways, most of what we post is in jest and in good fun, and it's usually taken that way. But apparently, somebody got their feelings hurt 2 days ago. Somebody commented on one of our posts. Actually, they commented on 4 or 5 of our posts all at once. We returned a retort to them that we thought was fairly comical. And then we screenshot that retort and that person's comment and reposted it. Little did we know or care that that person is local to our town, and they took that as an attack on some innocent girl.
So it looks like it was building. Now, I want you guys to remember this as we go through more and more of the explanation and what then came his way. He mentioned funny and comical their posts were, and also his responses were. This is very lighthearted for him at this particular point. But then things took a serious turn here because folks started responding after they felt that he had threatened or at least put this one particular poster on blast. Watch more.
What does really bother me is some of the comments that we've gotten and the direction towards violence that we've gotten towards our family, our business. They wish that I had died in war. That was a real fun one. I believe the same person had some pretty derogatory stuff to say about my 37-week pregnant wife, and her something pet in her stomach and the amount of inbreeding going on. Another person wished that my wife would have a stillbirth. Several other threatening things alluding to violence or death. You guys can come after us on the internet all you want. You guys can say whatever nasty you want to say about Frontier. But when you start making threats to my family, my unborn child, my current child, and my employees, a line's been crossed. And any of you guys who are not part of the Frontier family are going to figure out where that line is really quickly.
We found a point of agreement. You've crossed the line once you start talking about people's families and threats come across the internet, and then people are concerned for their lives. I hope that sentiment, that agreeing point we have here is something that we can continue to build off of, because he's almost got it. In my opinion, he's almost got it, because when you post certain things on the internet, people could lead to maybe threatening or even lead to real violence, which I assume he's a little bit concerned with. Now your family's involved. Now the workers at your particular coffee company are involved, and they're innocent in this whole thing. There's a couple of things that he was posting that has people so upset that then led to him mocking them, and then now this response. Here's one thing from their Instagram page. 2 little children in native garb is what they consume, and also a cowboy there, the child. And it says, hey kids, no playing oppressors versus native peoples on stolen lands. It's dangerous cultural appropriation and insensitive. And he followed up with the comment on the actual post saying, now get in the car while we go get some gender sex a reassignment surgery, something along those lines. Here's the next one that we just showed for a second. Let's pop that one up. Again, they said you can visit Starbucks for some green-haired, bull-ringed, androgynous creature to misspell your name on a cup while glaring at you for perceived injustices. Or you can visit the team at our shop in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Wake up and be legendary. Well, they said wake, it's a problem. Now, someone responded and said, imagine that your coffee sucks so bad that you have to say things like this, to which their response was, imagine having to wear rainbows on your employee name tags to let perfect strangers know you're into butt stuff. Again, an assumption that if a rainbow means that suddenly you're into butt stuff. It's not about supporting folks doing whatever the hell they want, because by the way, straight people are also into butt stuff. just in case you guys forgot. And what about this? Let's watch this next video that they posted.
My kind of love, your kind of love, keeps me believing, although you are deceiving.
So lastly, after this whole thing went down, he wanted, and keeping those posts in mind, he wanted everyone to know all these accusations you're making about the real belief systems of these folks who run this company, you guys are way off. Keep those in mind as you watch this.
Also, within their attacks on us, they've encouraged people to go to our Facebook reviews page, our business or Google Business for both Frontier and for Smoky Mountain Coffee in Gatlinburg, and leave absolutely false, negative 1-star reviews from customers, not customers who have never been to our store. So, any of you guys that actually know Frontier Coffee or know our family as an ownership group, know any of our employees, some of the accusations about homophobia, racism, belittling Native Americans, every single lefty-ism in the book has been thrown at us. Every single one of you guys know that is patently untrue. And if you read through some of the posts that they're saying allude to these things, read the post, read the context. You guys are all smart, make up your own minds, but any of you guys who have known us or our company for a while know that those accusations are patently untrue.
Maybe folks that know them, Jackson, know that those things are patently untrue, but the people who look at some of those posts may get a different impression. And in the response, again, this is what many folks say, look what's coming from the intolerant left, which I'm beginning to realize might mean we're used to you guys just sitting back and taking it while we're aggressive and violent and push people to then threaten you online. Again, it shouldn't happen from either side. But when you keep inviting it and you keep pushing it, sometimes it comes back. And he doesn't deserve it. Neither do the people that you're attacking either. There might be a point when we kind of stop triggering these things from happening.
Well, firstly, it's like if that's your marketing strategy, you're making your customer base like literally this big when it could be this big. Like there could be many other people who you're attracting to yourself. But, the thing about the internet is it's a wild place. And as a public facing person myself, as recently as last week, I'm only on Instagram now, but I decided to I really am not going to say anything online anymore, because when you do, people say things back. Sometimes it's meaningful. Sometimes it's good criticism. But when you post stuff like this, that's like literally designed to get people to react, like that's why they're posting it. The only reason that he made this video is because the consequences got a little bit steep. Like now, obviously it was unnecessary to bring his family into it, but you're kind of asking for stuff like that, so it's really just, it's lame and it's stupid. And if he wouldn't have had that approach at all, they probably would just have a regular coffee shop that people went into to buy coffee. No one will be thinking about anything political, because they're the ones who are always like, oh, the left is always trying to politicize everything. You're politicizing coffee, so it's just a ridiculous approach through and through.
And if, of course, some people figured that this was a search for some more attention and maybe even customers, but if that works, cool, you found your folks. It's just, it's limited in that this is the reason behind it. I'm sure his folks are a little bit worried about some of these threats. Yeah. That's what the half of the problem is, because the folks that then come in with these types of comments towards others, they're scared too.